Your alarm goes off and you decide to hit the snooze button, even though you told yourself you would wake up early. Your alarm goes off the second time, but instead of hitting the snooze button, you scroll on your phone for hours until it's time to go to the job that you hate. You decide to eat breakfast before you go, but realize you don't have enough time to make a healthy meal. So you just have some cereal, which has more sugar than what your great grandpa had in a single month. You finally drive to work, listening to rappers tell you how much money and woman they have, while deep down, you know you're jealous of them. You get home from work, and you know you should be going to the gym, but instead, you watch Netflix and binge eat your favorite snacks. This is what most people will live like for the rest of their life. And the reason why is because they have poor mental health. In this video, I'm going to show you how to improve your mental health. Mental health is one of the most important things that you should focus on. Mental health causes all the symptoms that are bad in your life, such as depression, anxiety, having a poor diet, lack of discipline, lack of motivation. Once you improve your mental health, everything in your life will go better and you will start to achieve more. You'll start to finally achieve your goals. The most fundamental thing to improving your mental health is to start to think positive. Now you have two voices in your head. You have a positive voice and you have a negative voice. These voices are fighting for the spot in your brain every single day, every second, every minute. You have so many thoughts every minute, and you are in control on what you allow in your head. You can either allow a voice that helps you, or you could allow a voice that destroys you. Now this sounds pretty easy, but if you really think about it, when was the last time that you let this positive voice speak to you? For most people, honestly, it could be never. Like, a lot of people don't do this. And one of the best things to improve positive thinking is to start looking at things in more of a gratitude like energy. So what I like to do is I like to journal, and I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for every time I journal, because once you train your mind to start thinking in a more grateful way, your mind starts to become more hopeful. You start to think that you could do what you want to do. You could start to achieve your goals, achieve your dreams, because this all stems from thinking positive. If you imagine 2 people who are stuck in traffic, you have one guy who is thinking negative, thinking that he hates his life, he hates that he's stuck in traffic, he hates his car, he just hates everything. And you have another guy who's grateful that he even has a car. He's grateful that he's safe in this traffic. He's just looking at things more positively. Obviously, the guy who thinks more positive is going to go into work, do better at work, while being more happy, while the other guy is just going to stay in this negative state of mind. And this state of mind, I was in it for so long. It's a killer. It mentally destroys you. So the first thing, the foundation of everything, is to change your thinking and think positive. Another way to improve your positive thinking is to cut out rap. I mean, really, if you really go deep into thinking about this, you're listening to someone tell you why his life is so much greater than yours. I mean, let's be honest, like, half of these rappers have money, have women. They're just degenerates though. But let's be honest, like, if you haven't achieved nothing in your life, if you have bad mental health, you're making it worse, because you're starting to just think that you're pathetic. You're thinking that you can't achieve what they achieve. They're higher. You're thinking that they're higher than you. And once you start to adopt that mindset that someone's above you, you already lost the game. You won't do nothing with your life. So the first thing that you could start to implement is to go through your music, go through your playlist, and cut out all these songs that talk about sex, drugs, money. This stuff is not going to help your brain. It's complete garbage for you. You can't be happy when your mind is not being present in the moment. When your mind is just full, it's just clogged up. And the reason why this happens is because of social media. People have short-term attention spans these days because of social media. When I got rid of social media, I just feel so much happier. I feel so much more productive. I don't procrastinate as much as I used to. I'm getting more things done, and the reason why is because you just get stuck in this cycle of scrolling. You're scrolling your life away. I mean, think about it. At the end of your life, the only memories you're going to have is social media. You don't even remember half the time when we scroll. We don't even remember the last 3 that we just saw. It really starts to mess everything up because you can't begin to focus. And getting into a flow state is one of the most beneficial things for you. Not only do you get a lot done, that's when your mental health is at its highest. When you're in a flow state, you're not thinking about the problems in your life. You're so focused on a specific task. Now, one of the best ways to improve focus is to meditate with the intention of focusing. This means a lot of people tell you like to meditate to clear your mind, and that's also beneficial, but the way I like to do it is I like to have something that I focus on, because focus is a skill that you improve just like any other skill in the world. So what I like to do is I like to get something to focus on. I usually get a Bible verse. You could get a quote, you could just get anything. Really just let this play in your mind and really break down the words and just focus. Clear anything else in your mind. And this is why getting rid of social media is beneficial, because your mind starts to open up. You start to finally think. I mean, when was the last time you sat down, just looked at a wall and thought for yourself? A lot of people don't do this, and this will give you an edge over them. Another thing that's bad about social media is you'll learn to compare your life to their life, and half the time they're only showing you what they want you to see. So you have to just get out of this trap. Once you stop comparing yourself to these people and compare yourself to your past self, that's when you will start to improve your mental health. The next one is really easy, but many people just don't do it, and that's having some type of goal. You need a goal that directs your life. You need a goal that gives you purpose, a reason to wake up. I mean, think about it. If you have 2 people, one guy has no goals and another guy has goals that he just, like a dream. He has something that he works towards. Who do you think is going to wake up at 9 a.m. on the dot? Like, the guy that has a goal, he's going to wake up earlier than 9 o'clock because he's so excited to get this stuff done. The other guy, he's just going to be laying around. Like, your brain will just start to tell you that there's no point of living. You need a vision. This vision will make up all the decisions in your life. You will stop doing the things that you wanted to get rid of. Write it down. Look at it every single day. And I heard a really good quote by Abraham Lincoln. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Once you have goals, you're on the path to creating your own future and not following this path that was assigned at birth of the mediocre life. The next one is physical health. Now this one has a lot of categories, but I'm going to go over the first one, which is diet. Now, a lot of fitness influencers are teaching you the wrong things about diet. They care about macros, but that's not what you should be caring about. You should be caring about macros and health. There's no way that your body is going to feel good when you're eating processed foods, processed sugars. You're going to have brain fog. You're going to feel bloated. You're just not going to feel good all day, and that results in bad mental health. I mean, think about 2 people. You have one guy who is eating Rice Krispies before his workouts, eating junk food all day, eating processed foods, and you have another guy, he's eating clean. Before his workout, he's having natural fruits, peanut butter, honey, all that like natural stuff. Which guy's going to do better? The second guy's going to do way better because he's going to have better pumps. He's going to have better mind-muscle connection. He's going to have better workouts in general. He's going to recover better. The other guy, it's not going to show at first. It's not going to show for the first few months, maybe even a year. But if you give it 5 years, this guy, his physique is going to look so much better. He's going to be so much happier as well. When you're more healthy, you're more happier. I mean, you literally heard the saying that you are what you eat. So that's the bad thing about all these fitness influencers these days. They're giving out the wrong information. A lot of people are looking up to Sam Sulek, but his health is declining. I mean, if he keeps at that, like, who knows what's gonna happen to him in 10 years? Like, you can't follow that advice. And another stuff is like, these stuff are starting to become hidden. Like, for example, your protein powder has so much chemicals in it, and they're not telling you that. They're just saying that it's good for recovery, but you have to look deeper. You have to look deeper into the ingredient list because this stuff is going to kill you. This stuff, over time, it's sucking out your potential. You have to start to get rid of all this stuff. Start to aim for single ingredient foods. Start to replace meals slowly. You can't just do it all at once. It takes time. If you do it all at once, you're going to give up. You have to start small and then gradually build up to it. For example, start to replace your snacks and then replace one meal and then start to replace 2 meals until all of your meals are clean. And I'm not saying that you can't have something every few weeks that you enjoy, but try to keep it minimal, because when you do this, like, you're just going to feel better, your mind's going to work better, and everything in your life is going to start to improve. You have to try to improve your sleep. Sleep is one of the most fundamental things for mental health, because the more sleep you get, the more better you're going to feel. I mean, it's pretty obvious now. Most people know this, but they're not applying it. And I know it's hard because of the school system. They're teaching kids to, you know, sleep only 5-6 hours a day because they make you wake up at crazy times. But when you start to improve your sleep, you're going to start to get more done. You're going to wake up feeling energized. Think about it as your battery life. When you're getting 9 hours, 8 hours, your battery life is high. When you're getting 5-6 hours, you know, let's have battery. By the end of the day, you're going to be done. You're not going to be able to work on stuff. You're not going to be able to think. You're just going to be walking around doing nothing. So some of the best ways to improve sleep is get direct sunlight in the morning. I know this is hard to apply because, you know, you wake up 5:30 a.m. for school and then you have to go straight to the bus. But that's one of the best ways, so try to get as much sunlight. Another way is to wind down before bed. You know, you can't be scrolling on your phone with your brightness all the way up. You're not going to be able to sleep well. And the last thing is to sleep and wake up at the same time every single day, even on weekends. A lot of people on weekends, they tend to sleep in later thinking that they're going to get more sleep, but that actually just like messes up your routine and it's not going to be beneficial. So you want to get 8 to 9 hours every single day. I know it's hard, but once you do this, everything's going to look better for you. Lack of sleep is going to destroy your immune system as well. Sleep is very important. It's very, very important. And in this generation, a lot of people are barely getting sleep. They're sleep deprived, but you just have to slowly start to add more sleep to your life. And I promise you that you're going to feel better. You have to do some type of exercise during the day. You cannot just sit around all day. This is proven. You're just going to feel better because your brain is going to release chemicals called endorphins that just makes you feel better. It reduces your stress, and you're just going to be overall more healthy. And the more healthy you are, the more happier you are. Now, a lot of people on their rest days, they don't do anything, but you have to do some type of light activity even on your rest days. And again, the fitness influencers, they don't tell you this, but even when you're bulking, you still need to do cardio, because cardio is very important for your heart and it's very important for your health in general. The more you start to incorporate cardio, get your cardiovascular health up, then you're just going to be more healthy. You're just going to be more healthy. And like I keep saying, the more healthy you are, the better your mental health is. The more happy you are, the more you achieve. Alright, the last thing is nature. when you think of your ancestors, you know, like the caveman days and all that stuff, these people were outside all day. They were hunting. They were hunting to get their animals. You know, there wasn't no grocery store where they could go and get food. They had to go and hunt. They were outside all day. They were getting sunlight. A lot of people don't have enough vitamin D. That's like one of the most deficient things in humans these days, because they're spent inside all day. And again, it's hard because you wake up, you have to work 9 to 5, and if you live in like a place that gets dark early, that's basically your entire day gone. But try to get at least 5 minutes, even if it's cloudy, because what people don't know is even when it's cloudy, you're still getting sunlight onto your skin. The sun is still going through, the sun rays are still going through the clouds and going onto your skin. So spend time outside. You don't want to end up living a life where all you remember is being on your phone. You want to experience the world. I mean, the world is truly beautiful if you go outside and see, like, look at the nature. When you're actually present, when you're outside, you're going to start to see how beautiful life is. Start to explore things. Pretend that this world is just a map and you're just exploring new places. You're just unlocking these random places. Start to go to open areas, because when you are closed into a 4-wall room all day, you're not thinking big. But when you go and you just see the open nature and everything, your mind just expands. It thinks bigger. You're going to just feel this sense of happiness when you're outside, being present and not thinking about all the problems that's going on in your life. If you follow everything that I went through in this video, your mental health is going to improve in a minimum of 2 weeks. Now, if you seriously commit to doing this, your progress, your potential is going to be so much better than someone who doesn't do this. If you get your sleep right, you get your diet right, you start to work out daily, you start to get sunlight, you start to create clarity in your mind, all of this stuff that I went over, you're going to achieve way more than the normal average person. And you might think that a lot of people are doing this, but 99% of people don't do anything that I just went over. Start to clear your mind. Start to think big. Start to just create the future that you want. And all of this starts with improving your mental health. That is all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more. See you.